All right, guys, it sounds like Service Spring is starting to make their own garage door panels. I love this. So I wanted to read this. This guy wanted to stay anonymous, which is totally fine. So let's read this here. It says, I wanted to let you know that Service Spring is making their own doors. As far as I know, they are only making pan doors and sandwich doors with polystyrene insulation. I love Service Spring. They have great employees and are a great company, in my opinion. I would totally agree with that. But it's a learning process. We have purchased three 16 by 7s during the trial process and had no complaints and like the price. The price I hear is very, very good. So thank you, Service Spring, for that. It says we have bought some since they started production and have issues with couple doors, but realize they will iron out the problems with time. They will. That's Service Spring. They always fix it. I believe they are buying their track from Napoleon/Lynx, but have purchased machinery to start their own line. Sounds like Service Spring. They have added on their facility in Monrovia, Ohio, twice in the past 2 years. Appreciate your videos and many thanks. So let's get into it. Here are some of the details. If you want to look at this, this is something you're going to want to look at and read that Service Spring is doing on their delivery of this. It sounds like they're going up to roughly down here. It shows about 150 miles. If you order 3 doors, I think you get kind of like the free shipping. Don't quote me on this. You know, they got a minimum order of 3,000, maximum weight limit 10,000. So I have a feeling, just a hunch, and this is just my opinion, that Service Spring is going to eventually start distributing out farther, kind of like the Wayne Dalton, Clopay, Rayner, all that kind of stuff, which I think is going to be absolutely amazing. Now, if Service Spring ever wants me to come down, I'd be more than happy to take some video or talk to them. I think they are a wonderful company. I totally support them. They're just a must-have when you're getting into kind of the serious side. It'd be like the next level up from the guy that's kind of using the box stores like I talk about. So you got to get these guys under your belt because this is a one-stop shop, right? You can get everything you need, garage doors, springs, everything. This is really good. I'm really liking this. I think what's going to happen, I don't know if they're ever working on this. One thing I think they should implement into their business is they need to get some kind of software that your technicians can click on right as they're using parts. Maybe you have to put a barcode on stuff of some sort, but they're using that. That's going to be translated into a database that could either work with QuickBooks, Jobber, Service Titan, whoever, right? And it's automatically going to generate a part list that should be reordered. Now, maybe you got to submit it or hit approve to purchase it because obviously things can get a little wacky sometimes. But I think that's the next thing because now you can get your doors. If technicians use springs, instead of you documenting all this stuff, it's going to be implemented into it. And then all you got to do as an owner, if you got technicians, is look at it at the end of the week and go, yeah, I know what's his name did, 5 spring jobs, and that's about right. He needs those springs to be restocked. He used a couple torsion tubes. He used some rollers at this one place or commercial or whatever it is. So that's the only thing I'd like to see eventually down the road. And I bet it's going to come. I hope it does. It'd be really cool to see. Okay, so that last clip was from Tony. So I really appreciate Tony sharing this stuff with us. And we definitely appreciate his daughter, Paige, for helping out. Because we know that Tony kind of just takes it really easy. He's the sure winder guy. And he just kind of likes to do his thing. So we know Paige is out there working hard. So this is his daughter opening it up for us. So thank you, Paige. I wanted to stop for a second. The packaging is really great. I like the cardboard. I like it being totally covered. It's protected from just the elements and dirt and scratches and that. So that's nice. And I like when they're back, they're face to face. So if the back gets dented up a little bit, sometimes the customer will live with it.
2 screws Something I noticed different than a Clopay. Got the dimples, top and bottom, where Haas has only got it on the...
I don't know what it is. I like the dimples. I don't really see a problem with them. I think it kind of idiot-proof stuff, especially if you don't have a seasoned vet on the job. And it's nice for me sometimes, too, because I don't like to think. I just like to go, and I like to look at things and go, oh, this is meant to go this way. It's there's a hole there. There's a dimple there. That's where I put my screw. Let's go.
Top. That's kind of nice. 2-inch thick. This is their 18. Number 18. Paige, let's flip this real quick. Got a good look on the wood.
I also like the fact it's a 2-inch thick door. So thank you, Service Spring, for let's just start out with something that's not trying to reinvent the wheel. It's just 2-inch. I love 2-inch thick doors. I love for when you stack them. I love the way they feel. It's just, they've been around for so long. 2-inch thick door is just the way to go. They just feel more rugged. I don't normally have the light that can penetrate through them through their from the seams, you know, or where you stack them, because I've had it before and I explain it where it's like when you put two pieces of paper together, light can get through that. Sunlight can get through that real easy. But if it's thicker, right, the thicker the section, it's hard for light to jump around and get through there, especially if a customer buys an insulated door and they can see light through it. They don't like that kind of stuff.
Okay. Packaged well, foam in between.
The foam is really important. It's a continuous strip. I really like that. I've had certain Wayne Dalton models. The pan doors are notorious for putting that white foam in there, and that stuff is like sandpaper. Comment below if you had problems with it before. But they'll sandwich the door like a 9x7, or I don't know if they've done it's probably 9x7, but they sandwich the whole door, all the sections together in one package, and the thing is constantly shifting, and it's like sandpaper. I've had it before where I put it on top of a rack of a truck. I've literally had it before where it wore the paint out on it by the time I got to the job site and was stacking it. So this foam right here, you're probably never going to have problems. Like I said, it's a continuous piece, so it evens everything out. I really like seeing that. That's good.
Go ahead and set it down. Oh, yeah. It looks like a overhead door. Got that line.
I'd like to hear your guys' opinion on it in the comments below. What do you think about the line? You know, Tony says obviously it's like an overhead. I don't know what to think about the line. I'm very biased on it. I don't know if it serves a purpose, if it gives a little bit of rigidity or strength, or if it gives it a little more class. The only thing I can see with it is if you had a header off a little bit, maybe, or something, maybe that line is gonna line up on your top with your weather seal when it folds over, and maybe that would look a little not as good. But I'd like to hear your guys' opinion. Like I said, to me, you know, I'm okay with it. I'm okay without it, I guess.
Not a bad looking door. What do you think, Paige?
Looks good.
Nice tight seam together. Yeah, that looks good. There you go. Bottom retain.
I had to pause it just to enjoy this for a moment. I get people all the time that follow the channel that come on here, residential people. The bottom seal, the bottom retainer. This is the holy grail right here. This is amazing. I love it. It's just a T weather seal. It's aluminum. It just comes in from the bottom. This is just the right way, in my opinion, to do it. Like I said, the only time I just went past a job the other day, they had an aluminum piece. That was the cup that goes on both sides, the front and back. And I thought the only benefit of that at the time when I did the big one was that you could adjust it if the door was, you know, if the concrete was slanted in a corner. But most of the time, this is just 99% of the time gets you out of a jam. I know Tony mentioned something about not having a screw in it. I can live without the screw. I'm okay as long as they fold the ends in. They folded the ends in. That's what keeps it locked in. That gives you, with customers, that if you're ever going to go back in 3 or 5 years and at least a rodent chewed the thing versus it shrunk, and they're like, well, what happened here? And you're kind of like, I don't know. It's so clean. I can't tell if a rodent chopped that thing off or chewed it off, or did it shrink? Because I've had this weather seal, it shrinks over time. And this is nice. Like I said, the screws, you guys let me know. Do you like screws in your bottom weather seal? Some people don't like them. I don't really mind them. I kind of like it. Sometimes I'll put them in there myself. But I know it's an extra step. It's more labor. I know you got to be punctual on how you do it because it'll tip the bottom retainer. So you got to make sure you get through that and the door. So let me know in the comments below if you like the screw or not, or you like this weather seal, because it's already on the right track. I love it.
Retainer. Aluminum retainer. Do they put a screw in it? No. No screw. They do not put a screw in it. Nope. No screw. That's something we could do. Add a screw, but other than that, looks good. Looks real good. I'm impressed.
Thank you, Tony, for sending that. There you go. I mean, it doesn't surprise me. Service Spring just keeps breaking records. They just do such a great job. I mean, like I said, if you're kind of the chuck in a truck, what I always talk about, you're using kind of the box stores to now you're going up to Possibility Pete. You gotta, if you're Possibility Pete, you gotta have Service Spring in your arsenal. It's a must have. Like I said, it's nice too. They give you hardware boxes. They got this, it's got all their setup, for rollers and hinges and stuff like that. You got some extra stuff there that you can purchase through them. One-stop shop for Service Spring. Amazing. And just for the record, you guys, Service Spring does not sponsor me, does not give me a discount, nothing, nada. I can't even get a hat from Service Spring. That's how bad it is. I'm just saying. No, I'm joking here. But Service Spring does a really phenomenal job. They've been, even when I started the garage door business, they were the best of the best vendor. You call one person, that person takes care of you. They got the credit card on file. They send the stuff out. No hassle. Amazing. I've never found another service company as good as Service Spring. Service Spring has propelled my business. I haven't heard any, honestly, out of all the emails, out of all the text, phone calls, I haven't had any bad reports of Service Spring. I think Service Spring just does an amazing job. They get the job done, and they got great people that work there, and they do just a wonderful job. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Tony, for sending me the info and information. And if you guys come across anything or know anything, let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, you guys can always email me at the daveadubson@gmail.com. I typically put it in the description below. And otherwise, we'll see you in the next one. If you don't mind, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button on your way out. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching.